Big time things are going to happen for a small town kid this week. CJ Spiller's going to hear his name announced by Roger Goodell on Thursday night, first round of the NFL draft, and the city of Lake Butler is probably going to go pretty wild. You'll probably hear it on the Clemson campus as well. He is their beloved son. He's a young man who, when he graduated in 3.5 years in the fall, the Board of Trustees stood up and gave him a standing ovation at the ceremony. He's loved in Lake Butler. He's going to be loved by some NFL teams. He's going to make a team better on the field. He's going to make a community better off the field. CJ Spiller, we visited with him on Sunday. Here's a little bit of look at what's going on in his life and what he's expecting in the future. Where were you born?
I was actually born in Alachua County.
Alachua County in Gainesville?
In Gainesville.
At Shands? Or?
Right,
okay.
at Shands.
What is, growing up, being a kid, Union County obviously had a big football tradition. What did that mean when you were younger to see that tradition and know you were going to be a part of that?
It meant a whole lot. I mean, because you seen guys out there, giving it their all, they winning games. They took pride in what they do, took pride in, putting on that uniform and going out representing this county. And I knew I wanted to be part of that one day. And I had a chance to be part of that. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to win any state championships, but to be part of that tradition, it's something that'll last forever.
When did you first pick up a football?
Probably when I was about 4 or 5 years old. Did like a little, was having pictures day at the school, and they had like different sports things, and the guy tossed me a ball and called it, so that's when I first got involved with it. Oh yeah, right away I played running back. The Coach Williams did a great job of saying that I can run real fast, so we decided I'd play running back.
Did you play both ways back then, or were you just...
Yeah, I played both for running back, and then I switched over on defense, played corner, so it was kind of going back and forth.
What was was running back your favorite early on? Or?
Oh yeah, running back always been my favorite. So.
It's kind of weird because you often hear when kids are younger, they don't necessarily start out their first position. Mm-hmm. A lot of times coaches will put the best athlete at quarterback at the start, but you started out at your first position. Has it just always been comfortable for you?
Oh yeah, it just felt very comfortable. I mean, I'd have played other positions as I got older. Over the years, I played different positions, but I mean, running back was just a natural. I was more faster than everyone, so I mean, we didn't want to do quarterback sneaks all the time, so we just decided we'd just put me at running back.
Catholic, do you ever look back at the talent that was on the field in little 2B game between both schools that day? It's pretty remarkable if you look at the people.
Yeah, I never really reflected back on it. I mean, I know it was some great talent. I mean, you got Deion LaCorn that's playing with South Carolina, then you got John Brennan that's going to be the starting quarterback for Florida. So, I mean, you got a lot of guys, a lot of talent that was on that field that one night that's doing some tremendous things in college football, and also some guys that's getting ready to head into the NFL. So, I mean, it was a special night. Two great teams going at each other, going right down to the wire. Probably won my last senior game up in, I think, Pensacola. That game just had one of my best nights ever. Just really feeling that night, and to get the other opposing teams to come up to you after the game and want your autograph. I mean, you're still in high school and guys asking for your autograph. That's one of the ones I always remember.
Was that the first time that had happened to you?
Yeah, that's the first time that happened to me.
What's your reaction when someone who was just playing against you comes up after the game and asks you for your autograph?
It's kind of strange at first. I mean, you don't know how to react. You're just a high school guy. You don't know how to react, but I mean, you just sign it the best way you can, and you just keep moving on.
What was it about Clemson that led you up there, and when did you know that you were going to be a Tiger?
Probably when I went on my visit. I remember looking over the lake and seeing, how things were, and it was just like Union County, a small town. I knew I can go fit right in. Had a great offense, a great coach, and I met all the players. All the players was down to earth. And James Davis, he had the opportunity to go home because I think it was Memorial Day. He had a chance to go home, but he stayed up there and hosted me. I knew right then that that's the type of teammate that I want to go into battle with, because I know he'll have my back. And we stayed in contact after I came in my visit. And I told him I was gonna be a Tiger, and he said, "Great, let's get it rolling."
As far as your time at Clemson, what was your favorite memory there?
Probably the ACC championship game. Some we hadn't reached, I think, 16 to 18 years, and to go down to Tampa and represent our side of of the conference, and to have a great game. Two teams battling out for one championship. It was an awesome feeling.
Could you have done any more that night?
Besides get a win, I really tried to do everything I possibly could do. Just like I say, sometimes you just don't get those tough breaks, and but that's one of those memories that I always cherish. Either win or loss, but it was a good one.
Now, at one point at Clemson, you did think about transferring. How close were you? And it was going to be Florida, right, that you were going to transfer. How close were you?
It was up in the sky. Just upset. It was probably the 50-50 way. But once I realized what I was about to do, I decided it was best for me to just stay at Clemson, and that everybody was able to understand that, and it worked out for the best.
What was it that was making you consider leaving?
It was just upset after the game, and just wanted to be back closer home to my daughter.
You bring up your daughter. How much has she changed you?
Well, when you have a daughter at a young age, that I did, it make you grow up faster than what you really want to. But it was a blessing for me because I started being able to become more of a man, and not realizing it's not just about me anymore. I gotta look out for her, make sure she taken care of, make sure I have her best interest in mind in every decision I make. She's got to be a part of that decision because it affects her as well. So, it's been a joy watching her grow up.
Does she have a pretty good idea what's going on right now?
Not right now. That's why we're gonna record everything. So, she'll be able to look at it about 2 years from now to see everything that took place.
And did she come up for a lot of the games?
Yeah, she was up for a lot of games. Every home game she was there, cheering on, and she learned the Clemson fight song. I want to say last year. So every time they did it, she was right along with them.
You came back for your senior year, even though you had a first-round grade with the NFL draft. What was the thought process in that?
I just wanted to graduate. I wanted to get my degree, and academics is something that's been stressed on me throughout my whole life growing up. And the opportunity presented itself for me to graduate in December, and that's what I want to do. I want to finish strong, and I just want to enjoy my last year with my teammates. You only get one chance to be a senior your whole life, and I wanted to make the most of it.
Was it a decision you went back and forth on, or was it something you knew right away?
I went back and forth on it, but then, as the days kept going on, I knew it was best for me to come back and, finish up my college degree.
The combine experience, what was that like?
It was nice, to go out there and meet different coaches and, go out there and let them see you as a player and then also let them get to know you as a person. I thought it was a great experience for me.
When Chris Johnson says, I'm not going to watch any of the combine except I want to see CJ Spiller run the 40 because that's the one I'm worried about, what do you think when you hear that?
I really wasn't worried. I was just trying to go out there and execute. I didn't worry about what everyone was saying. I didn't have a set time that I wanted to run. I just wanted to go out there and execute, and I did that.
Is it kind of neat, though, the fastest guy in the NFL is saying, I'm not worried about anybody else, but I got to see what he runs because I'm a little worried about that?
It's kind of neat, but, he's a tremendous athlete, did a tremendous job this past season, and hear that come from him, it must mean he had been watching me play and must have been hearing some things about me, so, it's an honor.
We all hear things. We all hear Seattle. We all hear Jacksonville. All these rumors for you potentially. Have you been hearing the same kind of things, or do you just kind of avoid that?
I just avoid it. I don't even follow none of that stuff. I'm just gonna wait to Thursday and see where I land, and so we can get rid of all the rumors. So I don't even follow. I just been spending time with my family the last few days.
I know you're thrilled to play anywhere, but say it is Jacksonville and it is that close. How kind of neat would a scenario like that be?
It'd be neat. I'm just going wherever I go. I'm going there ready to work. I'm excited about getting back on the field, running around, catching the ball, and just getting back to doing what I do and just playing football. So wherever I end, it's going to be a nice atmosphere.